Good morning, folks. This greeting is for my Structures 1 ARO3261 students for fall 2022. Whether you're one of my students registered for my class or whether you're registered for one of the other sections, I want to welcome you to reviewing this material. We may also have some folks who are preparing for the future taking these classes, folks who have taken these classes in the past and are refreshing, and industry professionals joining us in this sequence of classes. The lectures online are designed to help you. Those of you that are in my class are going to get my lively pitch of the material. If you are not in my class, if you're in one of the other sections, you'll get a different style of presentation. And if you're out in industry, then you had this all presented at some time in the past. Regardless, if you're weak or not quite getting any of the material that we're covering, be sure to watch these videos carefully. This is your go-to right after class. If you go through and reinforce whatever we talked about, that will really help you to retain the material. If you find an inconsistency between the slides and the textbook, then let me know, and often that will result in extra credit for you. So the keys to mastering this class are many. The first one is understanding what my expectations are, because my class is rather intense and probably a little different than what you're used to. You're going to want to read the syllabus carefully. That has my expectations in a number of areas, including academic integrity, grading your own homework, what we're going to cover, when we're going to cover it, when we're going to test. Everything is there. Also, a strong companion piece of information is in Canvas, where you will see the important course information that lays out every detail of the class, the textbook, the syllabus, how to grade, and other tricks and traps for helping you to be successful. Then you'll see in the next subsection a step-by-step, week-by-week treatment telling you exactly what you need to prepare for, what lectures will be covered, where to go to get the YouTube lectures that back up what I'm presenting in class, what homeworks are assigned, and when we have tests and these things. The only thing that's not obvious in those resources is quizzes. And if you just expect a quiz every single class, you'll be good. Cover the old material, expect a simple, easy quiz at the start of class on the fundamental principles from the prior lectures and prerequisites, then you'll be ready to go. My goal is to unlock the greatness in you. Many of us just want to get through school. My class might not be the best place to do that. Many of you actually want to master engineering. My class is a good place for that. You're going to find I'm going to push you to the limits of what you can do. I'm going to teach you a lot of very practical things, perhaps more practical than most classes out there. The things I'm going to teach you are things that you can use on the job in your first day if you go into a structural analysis or design kind of position. I don't know how many classes can say that. And we're going to build on that 3261, 3271. If you come back for finite elements or for composites, you'll get even more fundamentals for practical things in those specialty areas. We're going to be moving fast. Hang on to your seats. Be in class with your text. I recommend highlighting your text. Some students are really good. There's a little video by Myra on that. You should put tabs in your text. You should highlight your text. You should write in your text. I actually recommend this for all your texts, including the general ed texts, but especially for your engineering texts. Any class that's in your discipline, engineering, I recommend never sell them back to the bookstore. You don't get enough money anyways for them. And you will find, if you're anything like me, yourself going back to those texts over and over again throughout the course of your career. Some obviously more than others. Some may sit there dormant for years, and then when they're there, you open it up, you have a question. When you find your own highlighting and notes, it's going to bolster your confidence, spur your memory, and you will find that you will do better at retaining that and feeling like you already knew that. So number one, you've got the syllabus and Canvas, which show my expectations and what we're going to do. For mastering material, the key is the textbook. I have written that textbook. It's not at the quality level I want yet, but you will find it's very practical and usable for doing the analysis that we're going to be doing. That is your first and foremost thing. You're going to be able to have that open book in every single test and quiz. That should be your companion. That's where you put all your notes, and that will help you to be successful. I've said what you need to do as clearly as I can in that text, and I'm always updating it to make it better and better. The second one is the Canvas videos, which support the lecture. Once you've got the text, you've read the text, the Canvas video will help lead you there faster. For those of you who are actually in my class, you will find my lectures to be a lively and easy to follow way to quickly learn the material that you need. However, you're going to get a false sense of knowledge because my lectures are so engaging and clear that folks tend to think they understand more than they do. Sure, you're going to understand some basic principles, but those principles won't stick until you do the homework. Listen in the lecture, do the homework, and study the text and backup lectures. And when you've done all that, it should be able to filter in and stick. And then the more times you do it, the more it will stick. Homework is the key to retaining this material. I have a lecture on that. You can watch that at your leisure. Got that? So you're going to be listening in the lecture, and that will quickly draw your attention to a number of the basic methods and the tricks and traps of how things work. Then, because that's going to go by so fast, you're going to get working on the homework and you're going to find holes in your understanding. That's when you pull up the YouTube video, look at the lecture number that we're on, and there will be 1 to 5 or even more videos and sub-videos on that topic to help you to be successful. Some will be almost the same as what I presented. Some will be detailed problem solution methods or tricks and traps of how to do things, places where students have made mistakes. If you watch those, you can skim over the things you think you understand, hunker down and work through with me on anything you're not as clear on. Once you've done that, you should be pretty strong. Once you have all this, you then, if you have a question, come to my office hours. Face-to-face is the easiest way. A lot of times I'll get a big line of students. I often call out, hey, is there any quick ones? Is there anybody there? I often invite multiple students into my office so that you can hear. What you're going to find is student after student after student with the same exact question. Even if you hear students asking from another class, you often can learn from what they're asking because there's a lot of overlap. So come to my office. If you have a quickie, say, hey, I've got a quickie. Can I jump in? Some students like to sit there and linger and chat, which is great. But if you're in a hurry, it ain't so fun. So if you got a quickie, bring it out, announce it, come on up, and I will help you as quick as I can to get you in and out of there. And anybody that wants to stay and learn from everybody else is welcome to do that. If you're not in my classes, or if it's not a convenient time, or I'm not handy at school at the moment, I encourage you to write questions in YouTube on those videos. If you have, especially if there's a question about that particular video at a certain spot, ask it there. I try and watch those and respond to those. Those help people worldwide, and I like doing that because it enhances engagement. Make sure you've subscribed to my channel. That way you stay linked with my content as I keep updating and adding to it. And if there's anything I can do for you, let me know. Good luck. Welcome to class. Looking forward to seeing you. See you soon.